What's happening, y'all? It's your good buddy Matt Harrison, and I'm here to do a review of my Schecter Sun Valley Super Shredder. This is a 2017 model. I think it's the first year that they put this guitar out. A little bit of history. I was kind of in the market for, well, I really wanted a Charvel San Dimas, with Floyd and a maple board and stuff. Then I saw this, and it was about $200 and something cheaper. It was in a great price point, and it was spec'd out pretty much. So I went to the Guitar Center or whatever, and I played a few of them and compared them, and I thought really it's quite a lot for the money. It's a lot of bang for the buck. But we're going to go through the specs here in a second. But I just want to kind of tell you how I got into this here. Like I said, this is 2017. It's the first year that they did this model, and there was another iteration in Generation 2 in 2018, which had this same one, except in two new colors, like a blue, like a frost blue, and a birch green, which looked kind of like a neon green. And then they had some that were called the Super Shredder 3, which had kind of a flame maple veneer, and they came in a 7-string version, and they had they had hum single hum and hum single single. And now they've just come out with a Generation 3, which I saw the other day, and it's basically looks just like this, except it's a T-style guitar, and the only difference is that it has 22 frets instead of 24, and it's got the same pickups and everything. I mean, they make a one that looks just like this in a T-style with a maple board and black pick guard and the seafoam green or whatever, and it's got 22 frets instead of 24, and then they've got a white one with the rosewood board that's T-style. And I'm actually kind of jealous because I actually prefer a 22 fret guitar, but just because of the way the neck pickup sounds, you can't really get quite as creamy with a 24 fret guitar just because of the way it is. But that's fine. This is a shredder guitar, so I'll live with it. But anyways, it's kind of a little bit of the history and what there is out there now. Right now on the used market, this guitar is going for, I saw one as low as about $450, maybe $445, something like that on Reverb the other day. So they're out there. There's a lot of them out there. They sold pretty well. I remember Sweetwater had a time keeping them in stock back in 2017 when I got mine, and so there's a lot of them out there. And I can see why they sold really well, because it's completely spec'd out for what you get. For what you pay, you really can't beat it. We're going to run down the specs real quick and get into that. So anyways, 2017 Schecter Sun Valley Super Shredder. Mahogany body with a hard rock maple neck and a natural maple fingerboard. Got some nice figuring on the back of the neck as well as on the board. It looks really nice. You can tell it was a tree. It's and in the back of the neck when I first got it, and it still is pretty much. It's super smooth. Like unfinished, not sticky, never gets sticky. Just super smooth and fast on the back of the neck. And it's got 24 jumbo frets, and the fretwork is really, really good. This one, sorry, I should have said this before, but the first generation of this was made at the World Music Factory in South Korea. This one's made in South Korea at World Music, and a lot of them from 2017. Most of them were, there's a white one and an orange one, as well as this one in the first generation, that were all made at World Music. The second generation and on, I believe they're made in Indonesia, which I haven't really played any of the ones made in Indonesia, but I'm sure they're fine. That's where a lot of a lot of the companies are going now that are leaving world music. I guess they got too expensive or something. I don't know. But this one's great. But anyways, fretwork, super good. No fret sprout, no sharp ends, nothing like that. Really well done. Looks great with 24 jumbo frets. The jumbo frets are really great. It's kind of the first guitar I ever had with jumbos on it, and it's really great for bends and slides and stuff and everything you'd want to do on it. Now for pickups, this came with I believe the first year these came out. It's the EMG retroactive pickups, and this is the Hot 70 set. And both these pickups are the same pickup. One's just in the neck, one's just in the bridge, and they're EMGs, so they're not completely active. They're half passive and half active, and so basically they're kind of got the open coil, but they have a preamp in them. So you do have to have a 9-volt back here, which is fine. It sounds good. It doesn't really sound as good without the 9-volt, so it's good to keep that in there. But it's just one of those things to note. I will say that they are super hot. I mean, they're a lot hotter than what I like. And actually, I had a few problems when I first got this guitar trying to incorporate it into my rig because I got kind of a high gain amp, and I was getting a lot of feedback when I do, stops and stuff. So I had to get a noise gate to kind of compensate for that, an ISP decimator, which is probably the best that I've tried, the best noise gate you can get. But anyways, that solved the problem. Anyways, these things are like 19.5 or 6K. I put them on a multimeter. The output is, so it's a lot. So if you got a really high gain rig and you want this guitar, you can either turn the gain down a little bit and get a little more out of the guitar, or you can use a decimator. Or if you got a lower gain rig and you want to push it, these might be the thing for you. I know that's kind of, I think the impetus of hotter pickups was trying to push lower gain amps, tube amps back in the 80s. But anyways, all right, moving on from the pickups, we got a just standard 3-way switch and a master volume for the bridge and a master volume for the neck. So just 2 master volumes, no tone control, because we are a shredder guitar. And contrary to the pickup layout, the one closest is the one for the bridge. So I guess they figure whoever, if you're going to be playing this guitar, you're probably playing on the bridge pickup most of the time. So they put that one there, closest to you, and then the neck volume is down here. So that's fine. It works out for me. I'd be fine with just one volume knob, honestly, but it works just fine. And the kind of the best piece of hardware on here is actually this Floyd Rose. This Floyd Rose is I think the Floyd Rose Special hot rod or something like that. But I just found this out the other day. I never knew this, that this bridge is actually exclusive to this guitar and to this line of guitars. Even the new ones have it, but it's kind of a little bit different. Floyd Rose, the look of it's a little different with the chrome, accent pieces and stuff on the locking nut and everything, and it's got a push in bar, but you can tighten it up and keep it from pulling out. But I like to keep it a little bit loose, but I mean not so loose where it moves around. It stays where it's supposed to, which I like. But you can't like pick it up, like that. But you can tighten it up and be able to do that. But anyways, this thing is it pulls up, pulls down, for floating bridge. It's pretty great. It does everything you'd want, It's a lot of fun. It's actually, believe it or not, the first lock and trim I've ever had on a guitar. because when I started playing guitar in '94, the Floyd Rose was highly out of fashion. I mean, everybody was was grunge time. Nobody was playing Floyd Rose guitar, and nobody wanted them really. Anyway, the young guys didn't anyway. And I actually kind of got turned off to them because a buddy of mine, his first guitar he had was actually a Charvel. It was like kind of like a burnt orange Charvel, and it had a Floyd Rose. And I remember trying to play it. I played it, and I remember I couldn't figure out how to tune it. And I thought, well, this is the stupidest thing ever. I mean, what the hell are you supposed to do with this thing? And so I was kind of turned off to Floyd Roses for a long time, and I felt bad for the guy because I mean, Floyd Rose is not really what you need for a beginner guitar. But anyways, I'm actually glad that I didn't get one until I got older and could appreciate it and kind of had the patience for it, because just there's a few extra steps, and you got to kind of you learn what to do and stuff. I mean, I just actually set this up for a different string gauge and different tuning for the first time ever, and it wasn't that bad. I had to adjust the claw a little bit to get it right, but I've had really good luck with it. And the action, I've been able to get the action low, and whenever I've had any problems, it's usually just been needing a little relief in the neck, and but it stays low, and I don't have any buzz. It's really, really great. Another feature of this guitar is the shredder's heel back here. It's got a real nice contour, kind of fits your hand, so you can get you get way up there and not have to worry about anything. It's really great. So that works out good. It's actually very comfortable. The neck is actually kind of they say it's a thin C. It's got a 14-inch radius, so it's pretty flat, not like super flat, like not like an Ibanez Wizard, not 16. Although I don't mind a 16-inch radius, but it's kind of a good middle ground between a Les Paul and an Ibanez. Fingerboard radius. 14 is good, and the neck's not too thin. It's got a little bit of meat to it, but it's comfortable enough. I can still get my thumb around it and not cramp up my hand, and it's nice. I dig it. One thing I'll say for when you get this, if you get this guitar, it comes set up from the factory with 9 to 46 Ernie Ball, which is a hybrid set, and I played with that hybrid gauge for about a year and a half before I changed, and I went and I put 10 to 46 and dropped it down to E flat, because I really if you're gonna have a guitar like this, it probably needs to be an E flat, because most hair metal and 80s songs are in E flat, Guns N' Roses, everything, but the hybrid set was okay, but I just kind of have I like to have an even set, because it felt like when I'd be doing fast stuff, going from like the G to the D, it felt like I had to kind of jump more, because you have a heavier set of strings on top than you do on the bottom. So jumping back and forth just felt a little uneven to me, but that's just personal preference. It's great now. I didn't mention tuners are just Schecter branded tuners. They're fine. They do the job. You're not really gonna need them much and just in the initial setup, because you got your lock and nut and everything. But yeah, that's what I got on this guitar. All the features. I will say, if you're in the market for a Super Strat type guitar, and with a Floyd, and you don't want to spend a ton, but you want something that's pretty nice and got some decent specs, I'd say this is probably your best bet. I haven't seen anything come out that hits this price point that's this nice since this came out, really. And now on the used market, it's even more affordable and great. So if you've been looking for a Super Strat type guitar and you don't want to play a Wolfgang and you don't want to spend a lot of money, check one of these out. Give it a shot. You never know, might be your next axe. y'all. Now we're gonna get to some tones. We're gonna start out with cleans. A little bit of reverb on the bridge pickup. And go to some nice open stuff. Alright, both pickups. Now we'll get to the neck, which is basically the same pickup, but different positions, so it'll sound a little different, you know. Kind of nice. Alright, go back to the middle, do a little bit of lead. Alright, spank on the bridge. Alright, now we're going to go to dirt. I'm going to do some dirt rhythm and some dirt leads. Starting out on the bridge pickup. Here we go. Alright, now we'll go to the middle pickup, both pickups. Sorry, not middle pickup, but both pickups together, bridge and neck. Now we'll go to the neck pickup, rhythm and lead. Alright, sounds pretty good. Alright, y'all, that's what I got for today. The Schecter Sun Valley Super Shredder, Generation 1. Like I said, if you're in the market for a Super Strat, go check one of these out. They should have them at the Guitar Center or maybe Sam Ash. Most people stock it just because it fits a good price point. But if you're in the market for a Super Strat or something with a Floyd or maybe something with EMGs in it, go check one of these out, man. They're really cool and they're really affordable. And you don't have to buy it from Sam Ash or Guitar Center. Just go there to try it out and then find a used one on on Reverb or something from a reputable seller, though. Always be sure and check those reviews. But anyways, that's what I got for today. I appreciate y'all stopping by and taking the time. If you like this and want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. And if you know anybody that's in the market for something like this or enjoys content like this, go ahead and share it with them. All right, y'all. Take care. Thank you.